Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we have the EXP Momo teams to take down the 10-star Kizuna clash against Wapol. And we're going to start off with the int variation. Obviously, Momo works very, very well for this because he actually has type advantage. Momo is very, very good for all of these variations because there is a lot of bind. You need, like, attack boosts to carry into to multiple stages, so him triggering on turn 1 is very, very handy. Plus, against the int variation itself, they put up a resilience, so his end of turn damage just works absolutely amazing here as well. I haven't really tweaked the teams since the preparation video, but I might have done some chops and changes here and there. So we'll have a chat about the teams and how they rock and how they roll as the content progresses. But like I said, we're starting off with the int variation. A thing I overlooked with this particular fight is that Zoro Sanji, you can't use their special in the final stage. You can't use any chain shenanigan at all, I believe. Or maybe you can. I can't remember. I don't remember if it was this one or if it was the next one. I feel like it's this one. The side variation, you definitely can't. I feel like you couldn't, but look, I guess we'll wait and see. I've been running this content with so many different teams that I'm just like kind of blanking a lot on most of them. On stage 2 of this fight, though, we're definitely utilizing the Shanks special. Shanks is going to remove the barrier. He rotates the bomb orbs, and he gives you 3 turns of a color affinity, or like 2 turns of a color affinity buff, but he increases the Momo attack buff. Once you've done that, you can use Momo's super type to actually rotate all the orbs into Wano slots, and that's just going to extend that attack boost a little bit more. Just be careful, though, because you do have a burn here, and I totally forgot about that burn. So just be very, very careful if you are hitting some perfects, because it is a super burn, and on death, you are going to take 30,000 damage. And then moving into the next stage, there is a 50% HP cut, and you get poisoned, which you're going to have to deal with. So if you're not above 18,000 HP, you will die just going into this stage. And as you can see, I was very close to doing that. I just totally blanked on the burn. And it's super burn too, so it's not even like you can just like avoid it by carrying into the next stage. It's like a burn. You also get anti-heal or like healing turn to damage on this stage. You get poison sockets. If you rotate the poison sockets and remove the poison, you are going to get binded on your sailors. Momo just takes care of that, which works really, really nicely. And then basically we're going to use Zoro and Sanji's super swap. We're going to use the Luffy special to get us color affinity. But where I was with this assist, it was just basically a free win. Alright, on to quick now. I believe I had to make a change on this quick variation. I was using the Yamato unit instead of Kid Killer. Now, Kid Killer, like, they're just here for damage, man. Like, you can replace them with anyone you like. They work perfectly, though, because they give you 3 turns color affinity, 3 turns chain boundary, but that's besides the point. If you don't have them, don't stress. It's just you're gonna lose a lot of damage, but at the same time, the team will still work regardless. Just chuck on like literally any other unit, really. The main key players are the other 5. The downside to this fight that we did find is if you're not at full HP, you get Sailor Despaired, and it's that really bitchy Sailor Despair, the one that doesn't allow you to do anything. So we need to basically use all of our specials on turn 2, carry them into the final stage, and we're pretty much good to go from there. You need to make sure that your Hiyori has max hunger. I don't know if Robin Koala has hunger. I don't think they do. But you need to make sure that Hiyori has max hunger. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to remove it on turn 2. However, Momo removes the bind, which is great. You can use the Hiyori special here too to give yourself a full board of Wano orbs and move them into the next turn. Plus, she triggers the Momo super class, or super type, I should say. So that's always a fun time too. On this stage, ideally, you kind of like, you want to start as Koala if you are running exactly this team, because the super swap of Kid Killer and Robin Koala actually have a weird clash with the overrideable orb boost and the overrideable color affinity buff. It's just a weird one. So you need to make sure you switch with Kid Killer. So just start as Koala and you should be fine. Utilizing the Kid Killer special in their dual form gives you, again, 3 turns of a color affinity buff, 3 turns of a chain boundary. You have 3 turns of a chain buff with Zoro, and then you also have 3 turns of an orb buff with Robin Koala. With that, you also have like a 17 turn attack boost with Momo. And you can just carry everything into the final stage. You do need to make sure that you have the either Tashigi support on Zoro, or you do have something like Cat Viper on Momo. Basically anything that's going to trigger on the final stage to remove defense up, that's going to work wonders. So that way you can get around that little 1 turn. Again, because of that super annoying ability, we can't use Zoro. You can see that I can now because I'm at max HP, but after level 30, that will go away. So utilizing that support, it's going to work wonders. Kid Killer don't get buffed, so make sure to tap with them first as well. And as you can see, we're off to the races. Alright, so onto the final fight now. We're coming up against the Psy variation, and this is the one where I actually spaced on. The fact that you actually can't use a chain, buff, boost, anything like that on the final stage. So, with that, we have to actually utilize Zoro Sanji on turn 2. And that's fine, because Zoro Sanji's big gimmick here is that they're turning everyone into slashes. And that's what makes it nice and fun, because everyone else is getting buffed on this team, but Momo's not exactly buffing everyone on said team. We have a lot of supports for paralysis. I also have the Usopp support on Luffy for a little bit more damage. But if you guys don't have those types of supports, you could replace Luffy just with like another paralysis removing Luffy, I suppose. Off the top of my head, there is the Kizuna Rare Recruit one. You can even replace Zoro Sanji, I guess, with like another paralysis removing unit. But getting the carryover of the attack boost that Momo provides, and then utilizing Koala and Robin to give yourself a color affinity boost and a orb buff to move into the final stage to avoid the intimidation is the big draw to this particular team. We're utilizing, again, Raizo, Nami, and Bato to remove the paralysis. You get one turn of special reverse on this stage as well, so the Nami support is just very, very good. So as long as you have the Nami support, like, that's the big one. But you can use that Rare Recruit Nami you guys saw in the Buildable Teams video that I put out. We're going to use the Super Swap and the Special of Zoro Sanji. We do have Pain here, so every time you're doing anything that you see on screen, we are taking 10,000 of a whopping damage. But at the end of the day, it's not a huge problem, to be completely honest with you, because we're going to remove the Pain with Shirahoshi Mancherry on this final stage. Plus, we get hit with 3 turns of an attack down below a certain chain multiplier, which Shirahoshi and Mancherry can actually remove as well. So it's a nice little double whammy for Shirahoshi Mancherry. And even though we needed to use the Zoro Sanji special on turn 2 and lose those chain buffs, it's fine because Shirahoshi Mancherry is just going to remove them anyway. Plus, the 85% HP cut we get, Shirahoshi Mancherry is just going to heal us back. And it just works hunky-dory. We can use the Super Swap of Robin Koala. That gives us color affinity. We can use their special. That gives us 3 turns of an orb buff. That way we don't have to worry about the intimidation later down the line. And then we have Luffy to give us base stats, which is awesome because we already have an attack boost. Plus, Luffy also is going to increase the orb buff as well. So really, really nice stuff. We also have the EX of Zoro Sanji with this team. So that way you can actually get access to a little bit of a chain buffing shenaniganry. But nevertheless, like you actually have a lot going on for you in this particular team. You actually, again, if you have that Usopp, the Kizuna Rare Recruit Usopp support, you can actually get a conditional boost there too. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it gets you a lot of EXP if you guys are using it to farm your pirate levels. If you did enjoy the video, bolt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.